Student body in attendance. How y'all doing? Hey, and I see you up top, buddy. Hey, how you doing, buddy? And welcome guest of the visiting team as well. And Miss Boardingham, your son says hello. So he wanted to take the mic, but that's not allowed. Anyhow, we're going to have a great basketball competition. We're going to have high-flying, limousine riding, grinding up and down the court action between your Pioneer squad from Western Oklahoma State College under the direction of Ruben Barrera. And then we'll have the Wayland Baptist Pioneers under the direction of Coach Jay Washington. We'll have that here in mere moments. And keeping law and order on the court today will be Mr. Bryce Sellers and Mr. Tim Shemiski. And when I say they keep the law and order on the court, they keep it fancy and they keep it clean. So ladies and gentlemen, this entire game will be brought to you by Billingsley Family of Dealerships. Find one near you today at BillingsleyUSA.com. And also, just to let you know, Billingsley has been in business 60 years with the Billingsley Way standard of excellence before, during, and after the sale. Ladies and gentlemen, the men are out of the locker room. The teams are getting on the court. I think it's time for basketball on a Tuesday night in the big town. Welcome to the Pioneer Dome. Just off the fingertips, it'll be Wayland ball. Since both teams are named the Pioneers, I will be addressing both teams as their school name, Wayland and Western. And just a bit outside, it'll be Western ball, 1933. Justin Centeno putting the first score on the board for Western. There's a foul in the play. Foul called to number 14, and now put Sooner Boardingham at the line. First personal, first team foul. Got the bucket and the foul for Quincy Stamps. Foul called on number 21. And he's going for the and one. And Elise Moreno muscling it up in the paint for two. 17-20. And that'll be Pioneer, and that'll be Western ball. 17:07 checking in number 4. And I'll stay right there. 16:42. There's a foul in the play. Foul called on Quincy Stamps. And there's a foul on the plate. Foul call number 3. That'll be the third team foul, first personal. Boomers at the line trying to get 2. Bucket's good for Boardingham. And the bucket's good for number 14. And Justice Centeno, floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee with that deuce. And the steal. And Elise Moreno, click, click, boom. A Billingsley money ball from downtown. And a cute little puppy have just entered the arena. Hello, puppy. that's a foul. Foul call number 1, and Justin Centeno will go to the line. His first personal 14 foul. And checking in, number 23 and number 2, and Jere Kerford and Lil Marion. Bucket's good. That'll be Pioneer. That'll be Western ball. 14-20. And Cameron Reed with a Billingsley Ford money ball, and this commercial break will be brought to you by the game sponsor, Billingsley family of dealerships. Find one today at BillingsleyUSA.com. You can pick from Billingsley Hyundai of Lawton, Billingsley Ford in Lincoln and Ardmore, Billingsley Ford of Duncan, and my favorite, Billingsley Ford of Lawton on the corner of Warner Park and Trailway and Lawton. And also you can find out information about the Quick Lane service and schedule your service that you need for your vehicle all online. And they have an array of services that you can get for your vehicle, from oil changes, fuel system treatments, tires, what have you. They can get it done at Quick Lane. So like the website, go over there, check it out, BillingsleyUSA.com, the family of dealerships that have been exuding the Billingsley way of excellence since 1963, celebrating 60 years of the Billingsley way standard of excellence. Foul call number 1, that'll be the 15th foul, second personal. Checking in number 12, Western ball, 13-50. And Lil Marigon dropping the Billingsley Ford money ball from downtown, 13-30. And number 12 got his own mulligan and dropped the deuce. And Sooner Boardingham going all the way for 2. That's a travel. And that'll be Western ball, 12:30, and checking in, David Rodriguez. Deshaun Ramsey with a little razzle-dazzle in the lane for 2. 12-10. And that is a shot clock violation, so it'll be Western ball. Checking in for Wayland. You got number 1 and number 14, 11:42. That'll be Wayland ball, 11:27. Number 2 with the deuce, 11:05. And Cameron Reed drops that Billingsley money ball. Cash app him. Putting the memo line. Bucket. There's a foul. Foul called on Jere Kerford. That'll be his first personal, second team foul. Checking in number 21 for Wayland. Foul called on David Rodriguez. That will be his first personal, third team foul. And a good pass from Ramsey to Rodriguez, and guess what? There's 2 points added from the exchange. And there's a foul. Foul called on Deshaun Ramsey. That's his first personal, 14 foul. 10:02. And there's a foul. That'll be the second personal for David Rodriguez, 15th foul. And number 21's at the line, shooting 2. And Lil Marigon dropping the deuce in the paint. And that is a charge. Charge called on number 21. That is a 16 foul. That's the last free foul for Wayland. And that's going to go the other way. And the bucket is good for 14. Next step ball, we have a host of Western players returning to the game. And the steal. And number 12 with the floater with 2. And Cameron Reed answers with a click, click, boom! Billingsley money ball. And Kerford cleaning it up with the deuce. 7-15. That's a slight miscue. And now will be Western ball returning to the game. Quincy Stamps, Elise Moreno, Justin Centeno. In a team effort, but Sooner Boardingham drops the Billingsley money ball. Cash app him. 3 points. And number 1 answers on the other side for 3. Physics strikes again for a Billingsley money ball for Quincy Stamps. And there's a foul. Foul called on Elise Moreno. That is his first personal and 16 foul. That's the last free foul for Western. Quincy Stamps playing grown man basketball for two. And there's a foul. Foul called number 12. That'll be the 7th team foul. And checking in is Lil Mary again after the shots are made by Rodriguez. We got a 1-and-1. And the bucket counts. And the second ball falls in for the first of today's Walmart rollback shots. 4:56 left in the first. And Lil Merrigan, offensive strategy resulted in a Billingsley money ball, 4-3. And the steal and just a bit outside. But it'll be Pioneer ball. And a team effort results in 2 from Quincy Stamps. 3:30. Now the bucket and a foul for number 14. Foul called on Elise Moreno. Checking in, back in, Dre Kerfoot and Cameron Reed. That'll be the second on Elise, and that'll be the 17th foul for Western. That's going to stay right there. 3:15. There's a foul. Foul call on Sooner Boardingham. That'll be the 18th foul, first personal. And let's see, that will put a 1-and-1 situation for number 2 with Wayland. First bucket's good. And second bucket's good as well. Checking in number 4, Western ball, 303. And right to Kerford to Boardingham for, oh! Next dead ball, Deshaun Ramsey returns to the game for Western. And that will be Western ball. Check it back in, Deshaun Ramsey and number 23. Cameron Reed traveling and flying for 2. 149. There's foul. It's almost a block, but it will be a foul. Foul called on Dre Kerford. Number 23 will be at the line. That's the 9th team foul. Second personal. First bucket's good. And the tip in by Sooner Boardingham. Lovely play there. And number 1 went the entire distance for 2. Count the bucket and the foul for Cameron Reed. Foul called to number 23. That'll be the 8th team foul. First personal for number 23. Reed is at the line for the and 1. Bucket is good. And number 1 with a long 2. And ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 1, we got ourselves a good ball game here between Wayland and Western, but Western's on top. And we're going to the half.
now. Yeah, he says that we have some kind of special assignment or something. He's supposed to be calling me like any minute now. Like any minute. Hold on. Let me get the phone. Hold on. Hello? Jackson here. Yeah, what? You found Manuel Noriega? In the Philippines? He has a mansion? Okay, we're on it right now. Bye.
Hey yo, we light a candle, run laps around the English Channel. Neptunes, I got it. We on the run now, you know it ain't no fun now. And where I go, yo, niggas can't even come now. You make the law, we can break it. I don't care, but when you get caught, remember that. I don't care, N-R-E, love throughout the atmosphere. I mean, now we on the run, yo, if that ain't clear. We wanna snitch, yo, but that ain't fair. Yo, we down in Vegas, all these guys too courageous. You know I'm on the run, but still rip. They call me Animal Dog. When I'm in cages, I used to move phrases. Roll dice with no aces. Now I'm secluded in the oasis. Gotta take spaces, no time for car races. Check my sky till I got foul pages. What? City sugar got country grammar. And yo, we going places where my sound scan ain't tough. So when I say I ain't Oreo, it ain't that rough. I need you, Jake, in my face, asking all this stuff. I gotta keep my mouth shut and don't say what. But yo, it's hard to. Knuckleheads got the heart to. Yo, from New Orleans, LA, VA to Queens, the I-95. Now we hit the Philippines, but now it's different. We gotta stay sober. Yo, communicate, Star Tech, Motorola. Keep it on the huts. Don't talk too much. Dog down entertainment. You know what we touch? All our whips got navigation. Why your whips is just garbation? Is you knowing what you're facing? You let me do it again, do it to win. Last album was an 8, this one is a 10. And Rick Capone come home, we gon' triple ascend. Y'all love my family, treat my folks like kin. Rockin' in better, like a Mexican. Shouting at my pop, cause yo, next to him, he told me every thug is a gentleman. So I took heed, take my time, still on speed. You know what, got kids, so my family need a little more than they used to get. Real, not the duplicate, taking no falls, making y'all just recouping it. Doing it up, tell me what you wanna do with it. Capone's plan, passport to foreign land, overseas in Japan. Politicking with Tan, yo, N-E-P-T-U-N-E-S. The way they lace the beat, like one of the best. What?
And we're getting ready for the second half of this content. And it will still be brought to you by Billings and Family of Dealerships. And the money ball will continue to be from Billingsley Ford of Lawton. And little Mary got dropping the deuce. And number one drops a 3 for an answer on the other end. 1905. And the steal. And it'll stay right there. Good defensive effort from Western, 18-15. And the bucket's good for number 21. And there's a foul there. Foul called on David Rodriguez. That's his third personal, first team foul of the half. Number 12 with a 3, 17-30. And our first daily double almost of the day. And the cleanup with his own rebound, Elise Moreno. That's a travel. And check it in. We have Justice Centeno checking back in. Quincy Stamps, Cameron Reed, and Sooner Boardingham. And Jarrett Kerford coming off the bench, dropping a deuce. And once again, Physics drops the deuce for number 14. And Quincy Stamps, one hand for 2. And number 14 with the deuce. And almost steal, and it's back in Western's hands. And there's a foul there. On the floor. Foul call number 14. That's second personal, first team foul of the half. And the foul was on the floor, so It is only a possession change. There's a foul there. Foul called on number 4. Foul called on Jeray Kerford. That's his third personal. Number 14's at the line. That's the second team foul. First bucket's good. Count the bucket and a foul for Quincy Stamps. Foul called to number 21. And Quincy checks into the free throw bank. Remember, these are free. Checking in number 2. Lil Marigon is back in on the court. Stamps at the line, trying to get the and one. And that counts, folks, because that was just a one-shot opportunity. And Quincy Stamps, instead of making one, he made another 2. 14-50. And that is just a bit outside. Checking in number 2, Western ball. And a grown man, Steph Curry level Billingsley money ball by Quincy Stamps. 14-20. There's a foul there. Foul called on Justin Centeno. 14's at the line. First personal, 13 foul. Bucket's good. No, it'll stay right there. Checking in number 23. And Lil Marigon said, you know what, I'll take matters in my own hands for 2. And it's going to stay right there with Wayland. Good defensive effort by Cameron Reed, but it'll stay right there. 13-33. Pioneer ball, 13 minutes. Check it back in to Sean Ramsey and Elisa Moreno. David Rodriguez. That's foul. Number 21. Looks like. That is correct. Foul's called on number 21. That is the third team foul. I do believe the third personal. Checking in, number 4, Deshaun Ramsey at the line. And that'll be Wayland ball, 12:28. There's block foul. Foul called on Lisa Moreno. That'll be the 14th foul, third personal. Bucket's good for 23. Cameron Reed with the deuce, and technical foul called on Cameron Reed. And shooting the technical shots, I do believe will be number 1. Checking in. Checking in, number 3, number 23, 14, and 12. First tech shot, no good. And it's double dribble. Foul called on number 12. That's the second personal, 14 foul. It's a good offensive-defensive series by both teams on that. And we got a timeout and our second daily double of the day. And you know what? Dana, I think it's time for a dance break. How about you? Well, you got to dance, but you definitely got to appreciate what I'm about to give you right here. Hold on just a second.
Clap your hands. Everybody, clap your hands. Come on, put your hands together and clap. Now, can y'all say easy? Come on, say it. Easy. Everybody, come on. Easy. Who y'all love to see? Easy. A little louder, come on. Easy. Get those hands in the air. Easy. Come on, say it. Easy. A little louder, come on. Easy. Come on, make some noise. Hey, yo, Ren, let's do this. People from everywhere gather around, checking out the sound. That Easy is throwing down with some help from Ren and Trey, making a way with dope style. Show Easy, what you gotta say?
A miracle of modern creation. Easy's on the set, hyped up with the bass and a little bit of what you love from a brother who's smooth like a trip.
There's a foul to play there. Foul called on number 14. There's a 16 foul and third personal. Jure Kerfoot's at the line. Excuse me, the 15 foul. First bucket's good for Kerfoot. Second bucket's good, 11 minutes. And the bucket's good for 23 for 2. And Lil Mardigan with the Billingsley Money Ball. And another one by Lil Mardigan. Cash App that man, 3. And a slammer jammer from Elise. Woo! Woo! He did that with some authority, and we're in a timeout, and we're gonna, you know what? That was amazing basketball right there in this timeout. It's brought to you by Western Oklahoma State College. And we're going to bring some more old school out for you.
It's 1999, my nugget. Think about back in the days when the year was 89, little nugget on the grind, gotta get mine, doing my crime with two in here, steady stacking my ends, put my surf down on the clear 9-9, hitting up the graveyard ship with real little wheel, big Wally and wishbone, little Wally and high rollers, anyway the watch singing so strong, crazy bone, stack rock, take much love, kept it again on his toes in the game, it's an everyday thing, when you're lifting the tank, gotta make it grand at least daily, man, them Cleveland hustlers, living no busters, stuck to the heartbeat of them from the land food, and the old school, just like the citizens and big cool. Rest in peace, little nigga, rips just stressed that bone. No smoking no bud, cause I'm getting motor, calling them a nugget, but it's time to nut. In the 9-9, taking don't drop to the number one, ready gun, so run. Cleveland is the city where we come from, slanging them slick like go down. Up in the same town, get them up with a thug and the nugget with the bug and the pepper rose. But the niggas don't know that I'm over the fun, they ways up, looking run up the Buddha. Smoking all of it, get no stiff on the reefer. More than enough on the liquor with this fast like a larger when this shit is creeper.
And number 12 for 3. And we have another daily double. And the hands of Lil Marigan for 2. It's going to be Pioneer Ball, 750. And David Rodriguez. Cash app him a Billingsley money ball. And the semi-slammer by Elise Moreno. And 23 off the backboard for 2. Next dead ball will have the original starters return for Western. And Lil Meligan dropping another deuce. 6-10. And checking back in. A multitude of substitutions for Western. And 23 for 2. And that's going to go the other way. 5:33. And number 1 for 3. 5:15. And Lil Marigan. Click, click, boom. Cash App and some buckets from Billingsley Ford. And he stepped just a tad outside. He's going to go the other way. Western ball, 4:29. And Quincy Stamps doing a little Russell Westbrook maneuver there for 2. And the steal. And 23 off the backboard for 2. That's a foul on the floor. Foul called on number 1. That'll be his 3rd personal. That'll be the 6th team foul. And number 3 off the backboard with one hand hooking it for 2. There's the foul on the floor. Foul called on Sooner Boardingham. That's just his 2nd. There's going to be a 1-and-1 opportunity. And looks like number 1 is going to take it. And the bucket is good for 14. There's a foul on number 1. That's his 4th personal. 17th foul, and got a 1-1 for Cameron Reed. Bucket's good. And the dewdrop in falls for Reed. And the dog's fine, but it'll be Western ball. That's going to stay right there. It was just off the fingertips of a Western defender. 118. Checking in number 4. And number 2 with the deuce. Count the bucket and the foul. Justin Centeno. Sorry, Cameron Reed. I do apologize. That'll be the 5th foul for number 1. A correction. We'll tell you who that foul's on in just a second. But that will be the 19th foul, though. And the bucket is good. There's a foul. That'll be the 3rd foul on Sooner Boardingham. 12's at the line. 18th foul. Bucket's good. And the 2nd bucket is good. And ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for both of these teams competing tonight in the Pioneer Dome. And your Western Pioneer team is victorious in this one, and they are now on a 4-game winning streak, putting them now over 500 at 7-6 on the season. Put your hands together for these gentlemen, and have safe travels going back home, Wayland. And thank you all for being in attendance this afternoon. And we're going to leave you with a little bit more old school before we take off. On behalf of myself, Dana Moore, and Janae Cox. You all have a great evening and see you tomorrow night for Lady Pioneer basketball.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's wake up to wake up. Get up, get up, get up, cash your checks. Get up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's wake up to wake up. Get up, get up, get up, cash your checks. Get up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's wake up to wake up. Get up, get up, get up, cash your checks. Get up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's wake up to wake up. Get up, hey, today I think it's a wonderful day. And I want fun with my wife. 'Cause it's the first of the month. And I'll be smoking, joking, rolling, buzzing, sipping on 40 ounces again. Come, we got to the front run. All night we ride. They like to wear night. I give up my partner to give me some yes, so double up till it's what you need. We got to get B.O. big thing for the green leaf. Give it up for the first to show, but it lay low. 'Cause the poor feet when they roll so low. Break if you can't get away, but it don't stay, yeah, yo, keep your bankroll. We're having a celebration. Let us stay high. You can never leave when it's time to grind. I'm down for mine, crime after crime. Then the creep to the bag, 'cause mom's got a grub on the grill. If we got the you know it's the first of the one that might choose we thugs for real. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's wake up to wake up. Get up, get up, get up, cash your checks. Get up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's wake up to wake up. Get up, get up, get up, cash your checks. Get up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's wake up to wake up. Get up, get up, get up, cash your checks. Get up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's wake up to wake up. Get up, get up, get up, cash your checks. Get up.
Hiccup, and I seen that my sister was already there. She said I'm around and go get my stance. Watch I make sure no one snatches my check. And then that's the bill there. Sold in the mail and put it up in my pocket. So let me hit it and land it down. And give me a up about 10 dockets. But ain't no bucket ride that read up. Hop on the 10 to the clip. Ready to get him up with him at bills. And to catch that done, man, I gotta get there. Player, holler, holler. Say, clear, got much to offer. When I'm a beeps on 93. I open the clock,